right. Good morning.
Good morning
Here we go. We're back again. SMB
with another wellness video.
with another Wellness Wednesday
Yes,
video.
yes.
Today, our topic is going to be. Go ahead,
Preventing
Bree.
disease, the difference between preventing disease versus managing disease. We want to talk about preventing disease. A lot of people, they live their life managing diseases, but we don't want to manage, we want to prevent. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive deep into actually curing these things
Yes.
instead of.
Instead of just managing them and living with them lifelong, we don't want to do that.
So I just wonder why is it that people live like this? Why is it that people live long term with a
But
disease and without trying to do
reverse
anything
it.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's easier. I think it's easier to just live with it. It's easier to take a pill. Taking a pill is easy, but actually changing your lifestyle and actually changing your diet and actually changing your mindset, that's difficult. So I think that's why people live like that, because it's just easy. It's easy to pop pills, you know?
Mm, yeah, that is
So,
crazy.
yeah, right. And so that's why we want to talk about it, because there's so many diseases out here that are reversible. They're reversible. They're preventable, but if you do happen
Hmm.
to get them, they can be reversed. And so that's what we want to talk about. And that's what we want to focus on: preventing and reversing instead of managing.
Do you feel like people notice? Like, do you feel like people are educated on the fact that it could be reversed?
Some, 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 but for the people that don't, that's why we're here.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like some people know, but I feel like some people might not know, or they might not realize, that a lot of diseases are preventable
Reversible.
or
Hmm.
reversible. If you do get it, it can be reversed with lifestyle changes.
With lifestyle changes. So,
Yeah.
so I'm wondering, is cancer reversible?
Um, I would say it could be. I would say it could be. And I've actually heard some doctors, I mean, I guess every cancer situation and every cancer patient would be different, but I've
Hmm.
heard some doctors say that with fasting, prolonged fasting, that it can be,
Yeah.
because that fasting allows the body to heal itself.
Right. Right.
And prolonged fasting cleans your cells and things like that. So I believe that it's very possible that even cancer, depending on, I'm not, we're not doctors, but
Right.
depending
Right.
on the person and depending on the type,
Hmm.
yeah, absolutely. Or if it can't be necessarily cured, it can make, there's things you can do, lifestyle changes, fasting, that can make your treatments a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And then what about like something like schizophrenia or being schizophrenic? Do you think that that's reversible?
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, only because we're not medical professionals. But
Right.
I
Right.
do know that there are lifestyle changes that can help with
Make it better.
the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are things that you can do, like that helps with Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
know,
Well, I feel like
it
if you can do stuff that to reverse Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that, that's you know in the
well, not
brain, I
necessarily.
think.
Let me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Not necessarily. Let me not say reverse, because I don't think Alzheimer is, and dementia is reversible. But you can do things to slow down the
The
process.
process.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
I actually feel, what I feel like it's all reversible, to be honest. Even dementia, I feel like, just me personally, in my own mind and my own heart, I feel like
Mhm.
if you were to do some things to change up your lifestyle,
Yeah.
like eating, maybe well, fasting for sure, praying,
Yeah.
and working out, maybe enemas. those are good too. I
Mhm.
really think that just clearing your body out and having a alkaline body,
Yeah.
it prevents you from having any type of disease if
Mhm.
you can cure your body and taking good
Yeah.
water, stay away from the processed foods.
Processed foods. That's a good one. Staying away from processed foods.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why do you say that that's a good one?
It's a slow death. It's a slow death
Mm,
because it's chemicals,
that's a
a whole
good
bunch of
one.
chemicals, right? Poison.
Yeah,
So it's killing you slowly, you know.
yeah,
And I think that's where a lot of disease, not all disease, but I think that's where a lot of disease stems from. Like if I were to
exactly.
give you, if I was to say, here, drink this cup of cyanide, it's just a little bit, it's not a whole lot, just a little bit, just drink it. It don't got a whole lot in it. You're not going to do it because who would do that? And that's what
Right.
processed food is. It's a little bit of poison here, a little bit of poison there, and
That's
it's
where
not
all these
not
a
good.
lot of that's where a lot of these diseases and stuff are stemming from,
Yeah,
within our food.
right,
That's why a
right.
lot of people are obese.
Mhm.
You didn't know that you were obese because you're eating a whole bunch of processed foods that have
Yeah.
chemicals in it,
Hmm.
and steroids, and it's pumping steroids, through the chicken and stuff like that. People love
Yeah.
I love chicken,
Hmm.
and but different ways that they cure the chicken or raise the chicken. um
Exactly. And that
it
matters
has a
too. I would
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't necessarily say, even for people who love chicken, who love meat, I wouldn't say become a vegan. What I would say
Right.
is it matters how the meat was raised. If
Mm-hmm.
you like chicken, how was the chicken raised?
Mm-hmm.
What antibiotics was it fed? So I would stay away from um, unorganic meats. You know, I would
Mm-hmm.
eat grass fed meat, grass fed
Hmm.
beef, grass fed chicken,
Yeah, yeah,
because
and
I
it's
don't
crazy.
necessarily think it's the meat in and of itself that's
Mm-hmm.
the problem. It's the chemicals. It's the chemicals in the food. It's not the
Exactly.
food itself.
it's
It's
not the
what's
it's
in
not
the
the
food.
chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what's in the food. It's what the chicken ate. What did the chicken eat? What did they feed the chicken? How was the chicken
Mm-hmm.
raised? So
Mm-hmm.
those are
Oh,
important
sorry.
things too. Hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe that that's very important
Yeah.
to know what they ate. Yeah.
Hmm.
You actually put me on that.
Yeah.
The getting the eggs, my brown eggs now. I
Yeah.
gotta look to see if it was in a cage or not. The chicken was in a cage.
Vegetarian
What it
fed
was
or
eating.
grain fed. Yeah, that
Yeah.
stuff is important. And I think a lot of people don't. Now, that I don't think a lot of people know. I don't think a
I
lot of
didn't.
people are educated on that. Yeah.
Mm.
Like what type of, because grains, even if it says, for instance, if you get eggs and they're organic, but they were grain fed, well, it's better to get eggs that were the chickens were vegetarian fed. So the
Wow.
egg label will tell you it'll say organic and it'll say grain fed. And then you can look at the other ones and they'll say vegetarian fed. So vegetarian fed is better. Vegetarian
Okay.
fed chickens are better than grain fed chickens, even though they're both organic, considered organic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even the eggs as well.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
else? What else can you find like that? What else is there out there that we could just benefit off of? Like, is there anything else that we should probably know to look for when we're looking for groceries and stuff?
Um, well, if you're looking to eliminate a lot of chemicals in your food, I would go for, it's kind of hard. 5 ingredients or less.
Okay.
That's kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Foods with 5 ingredients or less. But the less ingredients, the better. So when you look at the ingredient list, make sure it doesn't
Mhm.
have, how you look at the back and the ingredients, it's like this long
Yeah,
and
yeah.
half of them you can't pronounce. Stay away from
Right.
that.
Anything
Put
you
that
can't
back.
pronounce, don't you eat it.
Yeah, and you don't know what half of it is. It's a lot of chemicals, and you don't even know what half of it is. You don't know what you're eating. So
Tires. That's wild.
yeah, uh huh, yeah,
That's wild. And even like it's just first we're breathing in bad air,
Mhm.
then we're eating bad things.
Mhm. Yeah, and it just all
Then
builds up and it all adds up. Yeah, exactly.
exactly,
Now we can't really help the air we breathe, so we have to try to do what we can, and we can definitely help the food that we eat.
we
We can
eat.
definitely make better decisions and better choices when it comes to food. When it comes, there's some things we're just not going to be able to help,
Right, right.
but the things that we can, I think we should.
You know what else I think is very important?
What's that?
Water. The water that you drink.
Yeah,
The type
yeah,
of water
absolutely.
that you drink is very important
Mhm.
because there's water out there that now like we said we're not doctors or we
Right.
don't have
No,
any medical
medical
experience.
professionals.
No,
Yeah.
right, right. But this is just only our opinion and it's opinion based, so but I think that it's filled with fluoride,
Yeah.
chemicals within our water, and
Uh huh.
fluoride is a chemical that stops up your brain from
Mhm.
operating to its full capacity.
Yeah.
And they used to use fluoride in like low poverty areas so that it will stop your brain from actually operating at a full its full potential. And
Mhm.
so if they're pumping things in our water to where we don't know, like it's just stopping up our brain and stuff like that, we're not able to make better decisions. How do you
Mhm.
feel like? What do you feel like about that? What do you feel? Do you feel like
About the water that
the
we drink
water?
and
Yeah. Mhm.
well, I definitely would drink filtered water. Make sure it was filtered. I wouldn't drink it out of the tap or the faucet. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and when you go to the store, I mean, they have different bottled waters and stuff. It's kind of hard to say because you don't really know what
What's
you
in it?
really don't know what's in it. Yeah, so I mean, to
Mhm.
be the safest, I would say to filter your own water so you can be certain.
Mm.
They have like those little things where you can filter and you can test it and stuff like that. So I feel like that would be the
Yeah.
best thing to do it yourself because you really don't know. If you do it any other way, you really don't know what you're getting.
Exactly. That is
Hmm.
so true. Or even if you
Yeah.
do have a filter test or something like that, you can actually test your water that you do get to see what the pH balance is because
Yeah,
pH balance is
exactly.
very important.
Right, right. Yep.
Yeah,
But
so
that is
and
good because it's in water. That's
mhm.
important too. Like chemicals, there's chemicals in almost everything.
Mhm.
So we're trying to take in the least amount of chemicals,
Exactly.
the least amount of
Exactly.
chemicals.
Exactly. Now, like you said, we can't stop the air that we breathe, but we can start with the food that we eat and the
Yeah,
things that we are
yeah.
consuming.
Hmm. Absolutely. So reading
That's
labels are very important. The ingredients list is important to see, how many, yeah, chemicals, how many
mhm.
ingredients.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly. How many ingredients is in it. And
mhm.
cooking your own food is good too, because processed food is like there's always going to be a lot of even even stuff that says it's healthy, it's still going to be minimally processed usually. So I feel like it's best to cook your own food. That way, you know everything that's going in it. You know what it is. You know
Exactly.
everything that you're putting in it.
Exactly.
So
Get
that's
it
the
from its
best. That's the best
mhm.
way to go.
Get it from its raw state.
Yeah, the
Plain
most
chicken,
organic form.
more organic, yeah,
Yeah,
and it start from there. That's
yeah.
so true.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
true.
And then you can start, those are just little steps that you can take to start um, finding ways to maybe start reversing some of these diseases and reversing some of these, chronic diseases and ailments like food, watching, what you put in your body and moving and
Mhm.
exercising. And it doesn't
Mhm.
take, you don't have to start big. You don't have to start um, it doesn't have to be like a big, huge change right
Right,
away.
right,
You
right.
don't have to, like I said before, you don't have to become a raw vegan to be healthy. You don't have to start there. Just start with little things.
Little things, yeah.
Little things. Little things
I
make a
like that.
big difference.
I like that. Take it day by day. I like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And then you might start noticing. that maybe, you know, let's just say you take 5 pills a day for whatever
Mhm.
ailments you have or diseases that you have, you might start noticing like, oh, well, I don't have to, take this one pill anymore
Mhm.
because, you're making little changes, you know,
Each day,
and
yeah.
each day, yeah, you notice, well, now I'm only on 4 medications instead of 5, and it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to get started. It doesn't.
Do you feel like people are educated on their health, how they should be, like on with any disease that they may have?
No, and that's the thing, because I feel like when you go to the doctors, I don't feel like the doctor, if the doctor diagnoses you with something, I
Mhm.
don't think they spend a whole lot of time on lifestyle changes and things that you could do naturally. I think they might spend a lot more time on the medication that they give you,
They gonna
explaining
give
how to
you.
take this medication, explaining what this medication to do to you, but
Mhm.
not really explaining ways, um, natural ways
Therapeutic
that,
ways. Yeah.
yeah, that you don't have to take the medication or that you can reverse it. And I think more talk needs to be on reversing the condition, and not treating the condition, not treating it and living with it. Who wants to live
Mm.
like that? Who wants to, I know people who have medicine jars as big as this cup full of
That's
medicine,
crazy.
and that's crazy. And they're not even old. And it's crazy, and it doesn't have to be that way because, like I said, most things are reversible, preventable or
Mhm.
reversible. So let's just say you do get something because you weren't educated, because you didn't have knowledge. Well, it's not too late. It's
I
a
feel
lot of
like
things are reversible.
yeah, I feel like a lot of doctors and um just doctors and stuff like that are they're more so stuck on like medicine because that's a big business.
Yeah, it's a
Medicine is the
big money
biggest.
maker.
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
biggest business in the world.
it is.
Just
It is.
giving someone it's quicker, it's simple. Give someone a
Mhm.
medication and they have to take it for the rest of their life until they
Yeah.
die.
Uh-huh.
That's that's not no way to live. You
Right.
know.
And that's why when you ask me, why do I think people stay like that? Because it's easy. It's easier to pop a pill than to change your lifestyle.
Mm.
It is.
It goes back to our last conversation. Start with you and start with your mind.
It starts with you. Yes, it starts with you. Yeah.
If you can change the way that you think,
You can change
you
your
can
life.
change the way. Yeah,
You can change
I
your whole
like that.
life. Yes. Yep.
I like that. I think that a lot of
Yeah.
people should go back to that.
Hmm.
If you haven't seen the video, check out the video. We have two videos on how to begin. How to begin these changes.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Yep.
it's on YouTube.
Hmm.
I think you should check it out.
Yeah. Very valuable information.
hmm It starts with you, basically. With the
Absolutely.
way that your mind is, the way that you think
Hmm.
affects your health.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. It
affects the
affects
way.
your. It affects every area of your life, including your health, including you physically.
Yeah. So let's get back to us
Yes.
as a
Absolutely.
people.
Let's do it. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
and help one another. Don't
Hmm.
look down. Kind of motivate somebody to make the change.
Yeah. Yep. And
A
that's what
lot of
we're here for, to
yeah,
encourage, to inspire,
yeah,
to
yeah,
motivate.
yeah,
Because chronic disease and obesity and just people being unhealthy is at an all-time high. And it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way at all.
Right, right. And all these different diseases and stuff. You're absolutely right. They can be
Hmm.
reversed. They can be prevented.
Prevent it. Yeah.
Prevent it before it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wait till you get it and then reverse it. It's better to just prevent it.
Prevent it.
It's
Yeah.
better to just start now. Start making small changes, you
Right.
know, small changes. Eating
Right.
healthier, moving, being active, getting sleep.
Sleep is very important.
Yeah. Not being so stressed out. I mean, those are definitely things that you can just start, and you see big changes by starting those things.
Yeah. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
And also just look into like doing your own research, you know. Don't
Yes.
always depend on someone else's research or someone else's
Yeah.
word. Do your own
Mhm.
research and
Definitely.
and look and look for your own, you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
seek for your health, seek for what you want. If you want great
Yeah. Make
health,
it a
if you want to be
priority.
here, yeah,
Mhm.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have to do some research, you know.
Right. Right.
Research is very important
And
whenever you're
figure
trying to
out
make a
what's
life
best for
change.
you, because there's so many, you know, different people out here that's doing different things. There's so many diets. There's just so it's so much. Like, so
Hmm.
you just have to figure out what works for you, because you want it to be a lifestyle
Exactly.
change. You don't want it to be a temporary fad. You don't want it to be a diet to where you know you're starting today and you're quitting next week. You want it to be a
Right,
lifestyle change. A true lifestyle change.
right, right. And that's how you'll prevent or reverse.
Yeah. Yeah. But what you don't want to do is maintain. That's what we're not doing. We're not maintaining. We're not, taking pills every day, and we're not doing that. We're
Mm-mm.
not doing that. That's not it.
A lot of people take over like 12 pills, 12 pills a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. I know a lot of
You,
people who are young, 50 and under, that take several, five, six, seven, eight, more than that, pills a day. And that's a lot.
that is a lot.
It's a lot.
I
And it can
believe all that stuff
definitely,
be
hmm
reversed.
it can. A lot of it can. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
So, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about
I don't
within
think
within?
so.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like we hit all the points
I
or
do.
most of them?
Most of them. Yeah. But we'll be back though. So
Yeah, I was about to say
we'll
there's
be
going to
back.
be
We'll
more.
be back next week. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll definitely be more. Just start with yourself and and check out the last video. Like I said, starting with you is very important in your
Yeah.
mindset, changing your mindset. So,
Very
all right,
important. It's a must.
yeah.
All
So,
right.
all right, let's let them go, and um, I'll see you soon. See y'all
Okay.
on the other
Till
side.
next time. All righty.